Welcome back to your Apple News Recap, where we break down the week's biggest headlines and what they mean for your next upgrade. On the agenda today, an unexpected iPhone 18 delay, iOS 26.3 finally opening the door to Android without third-party apps, the 2026 MacBook lineup, including a budget 12-inch option, Apple's contrarian AI strategy, and a reality check on the new Games app in iOS 26. Let's jump in. iPhone 18 delay. Flagship first. Standard later. Apple's familiar September iPhone launch cadence is shifting. Reports now suggest that while the iPhone 18 Pro and iPhone 18 Pro Max and a foldable iPhone are still slated for the usual fall window, the standard iPhone 18 won't arrive alongside them. Instead, Apple is expected to hold the entry iPhone 18 for a spring 2027 release, debuting it next to two additional models, the iPhone 18 East and the iPhone Air 2. What's the strategy? By leading with the Pro range, Apple keeps the spotlight on the high-margin, high-performance flagships. Months later, the more affordable, slightly lower specs variants arrive to scoop up mainstream buyers and carrier promotions, extending the sales cycle and keeping the iPhone 18 name in the headlines longer. What it means for you, early adopters who want the best cameras, displays, and performance will still get their Pro models this fall. Budget-minded buyers may have to wait until Q1 2027 for the standard iPhone 18. The iPhone 18 East and the iPhone Air 2. Expect pro-centric marketing and developer focus through the holiday season, with a second wave of attention when the non-Pro models drop. Keep an eye on trade-in values and carrier deals. A split release often produces two promotional peaks, one for Pro pre-orders, one for spring releases. iOS 26.3 opens the gate, transfer to Android. In one of the most surprising moves in recent memory, Apple is cracking open the walled garden. The upcoming iOS 26.3 update, currently in beta and expected later this month, introduces an official way to move your personal data from iPhone to Android. No third-party workarounds required. Called Transfer to Android, this is Apple's simplest, cleanest off-ramp yet. Initiate the transfer from settings and securely move your core data out of iOS. Migrate essentials like your contacts, photos, videos, messages, and other eligible content to a new Android device. Avoid messy app-by-app exports or sketchy utilities. Google is also building the mirror image on its side, so switching from Android to iOS remains just as straightforward. The result? Platform choice becomes about experience and ecosystem, not lock-in. That's good for users, and it pressures both companies to win you over every day. Thinking of switching? Back up your device first, update to the latest software, and check which categories of content are supported in your region. Expect Apple's process to prioritize privacy and data integrity into 2026. MacBook lineup: Air, budget 12-inch, and Pro powerhouses. If you're planning a Mac upgrade in 2026, you'll have three clear lanes: the consumer-friendly MacBook Air, a revived budget-oriented 12-inch MacBook, and high-end MacBook Pro models. Here's the shape of things to come. MacBook Pro. Apple recently launched the 14-inch MacBook Pro with the base M5, but without Pro or Max variants. Early 2026 is expected to bring the full-fat 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro configurations running M5 Pro and M5 Max chips. Think major CPU, GPU gains, faster SSD performance, and more memory bandwidth. The headline upgrade is the silicon design. Changes should be subtle if present at all. MacBook Air. The Air remains the go-to for everyday power users who value portability, battery life, and price over extreme performance. Expect iterative refinements in displays, webcams, microphones, and wireless, plus the latest baseline Apple Silicon. 12-inch MacBook. The rumored compact budget MacBook is set to re-enter the lineup, aimed at students, travelers, and anyone who values ultra-light mobility. Don't expect pro-class horsepower. Do expect a modern keyboard, long battery life, and a friendly price tag to expand the Mac audience. Who should upgrade? Creators, developers, and power users. Wait for M5 Pro M5 Max. You'll see the biggest jump in compiles, render times, and machine learning workloads. Students and everyday users. The Air or the 12-inch model will deliver plenty of performance with lighter bags and lighter bills. If you need a Mac now and the base M5 14-inch fits your workflow, it's a solid interim. Otherwise, holding out for M5 Pro Max will age better. Apple's AI strategy, less hype, more options, while rivals have poured staggering sums into AI. Apple has taken a more measured path emphasizing on-device intelligence, privacy, and efficiency over headline-grabbing cloud experiments. With growing skepticism around ballooning AI budgets and questions about near-term revenue, Apple's restraint may be a competitive advantage in 2026. Key context. Market chatter suggests a cooling sentiment around unchecked AI spending. Apple's decision to limit AI-specific capex leaves it with a massive war chest north of $130 billion in cash and marketable securities. That gives Apple optionality, partner strategically, acquire promising startups at saner valuations, or scale up select cloud capabilities only where they add real value. What to watch? Apple Intelligence features maturing across iOS, iPadOS, macOS, and tvOS, especially those that work privately on device. Smart, targeted partnerships that complement Apple's strengths without the cost bloat. Thoughtful integrations in photos, messages, notes, health, and Siri that feel useful. Not gimmicky dot in an era of eye fatigue or restrained. Privacy-first approach could resonate with users who want reliability over spectacle. Is Apple's Games app working? Launched with iOS 26, the Games app set out to unify discovery, recommendations, and libraries across Apple Arcade and the broader App Store. 3 months on, the reception is mixed. Many players report an experience dominated by ads, microtransactions, and lackluster gameplay loops, especially outside the curated arcade titles. Pain points gamers highlight. Aggressive monetization in non-arcade games undercuts the joy of discovery. Recommendations skew heavily toward arcade, sidelining premium pay-once titles. Curation isn't sharp enough to surface high-quality indies, and controller-friendly gems. How Apple can improve it. Elevate arcade strengths friction-free. Add free play while building better lanes for premium purchases. Introduce stronger filters. Controller support. No ads. Offline play. Genre specifics. Family sharing. And time to beat. Champion. Editorial curation and playlists from trusted creators to cut through the noise. Tighten parental controls and transparent labeling for in-app purchases. The Games app could still become the home for mobile gaming on iPhone, but it needs clearer guidance, better discovery, and a fairer balance between arcade and premium titles. Mobile gamers want quality first, and the app should reflect that. The bottom line iPhone 18 delay. Expect Pro models and a foldable this fall. With the standard iPhone 18, 18es, and Air 2 arriving in spring 2027. If you want the best now, go Pro. Value seekers may prefer to wait. iOS 26.3 transfer to Android. Landmark shift that makes switching platforms easier than ever. Privacy-minded. Built-in and no third-party apps. 2026 MacBooks. Air for everyday users. A compact 12-inch for budget portability. And M5 Pro Max MacBook Pros for serious power. Choose based on workflow, not hype.